company that I used to market, network market. And this is separate. The company ain't got nothing to do with this ritual or whatever. Disclaimer, this is for news critical analysis, educational and spiritual awareness purposes only, not intended to harm, general messages and spiritual intuitive messages. But this is a real story. This is a real news clip. You can look it up. You probably find it maybe on Instagram or YouTube or TikTok. But the young lady, her name was Dana. She was a part of the network marketing company that I used to promote products, detox tea and sea moss and the Delgado tea, the detox Delgado tea, and health and wellness and fitness. Y'all remember when I was marketing that stuff? But the company got in a little bit of legal financial matters because of it had a little bit of THC in it. But some nurses had bought the tea, took the tea, and then they went and did a drug test, and they did a drug test and failed a drug test, and they sued TLC. And this is not defamation. This is a real story, and you can find this on the news. And so they sued and I guess settled out and everything like that. But Dana was a young lady who was a TLC member. She went and joined a secret cult and went over to Haiti to meet the secret cult, okay? And she was being initiated into the cult. And when they were doing the ritual, she ended up dying. Now, you can find this story on Tasha K, Unwind with Tasha K, because Tasha K interviewed her son. This is why I take witchcraft real serious, and I talk about the witches, the warlocks, the imps, the doppelgangers, the destiny swappers, the destiny destroyers, the people who set you up, the people who poison people, the people who mask themselves as one person, but they really are someone else, okay? And they don't mean you no good. This is a general message, but this is a true story. And I'm telling you about the experiences I've experienced. These companies, these insurance agents, adjusters, and lawyers and stuff have put some people in some real dangerous situations. Some real dangerous situations. And this is why I speak up. This is why I share my story. Because witchcraft is real, and then witches try to sacrifice people unbeknownst to them. Okay? And this ain't alleged. This is a general message. We know this is true because this lady was initiated and somehow she got sacrificed, and she died during the ritual. And this is a general message, spiritual intuitive awareness message, but they be putting people in rituals unbeknownst to them, like witches, covens, warlock groups. They be unaliving people for insurance policies. They be unaliving people for ritual sacrifices. So you have to be aware of this stuff. Disclaimer, this video ain't got nothing to do with the last video. I'm speaking in general terms with true stories. Okay, last one was my story about what I experienced in these simulated situations that I've been put in. But this story right here is about a news article and a news story that is true, that happened, and it has a connection to someone that was a part of the same company that I even represented. Okay, I paid to become a business partner, independent business partner, promoting teas and stuff like that, health and wellness and weight loss products. And then once I left the company because I didn't like the leadership that I was under, I left it. I stopped promoting, but I did videos, so the videos are still up. But this story was about the young lady who was a part of this company, but the company got in financial legal trouble because they had THC in the detox tea. So they were sued by some nurses who was taking the tea, bought the tea, took the tea, went and had to do a drug test for their job and lost their job, didn't get the job. So they sued the company TLC. Okay? But the young lady named Dana lost her life because she went over on her own accord. She traveled to Haiti and she joined a witches coven. And the witches coven, it was a secret witches coven. She joined them and she was being initiated in it. And she lost her life during the ritual. They said that she had a heart attack. And her son was, trying to go through channels and he was going through all kind of legal channels and official channels trying to get his mom back home. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. And I think he even had to try to come up with the money to send her back home and all this kind of stuff. And he was getting a lot of pushback and stuff like that. But Tasha K has the story on her channel, y'all. And y'all wondering why I be speaking like the way I be speaking, because this shit is heavy. That energy be dark and heavy. And when you see stuff like this going on, you got to speak up, man. You can't be out here being quiet. If you experiencing something that don't seem right in your spirit, don't feel right in your spirit, you need to speak up, because it's a lot of invisible stuff going on, hidden, covert stuff going on against people, innocent people, targeted individuals, or even personal injury victims, or even people who've been trying to rise for success. It's some kind of connection. It's some kind of connection. So just be alert of that. And the reason why I had to pull this card, because I feel like somebody trying to take me out of here. And I felt like this for a very long time. I felt like this when I fell in that stove, like they were trying to take me. I felt like I was being taken out of here. I felt like somebody was trying to take me out of here and get rid of me, just imagine if I was by myself. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't had no car. But my car was out there. They didn't know if my mom was in the back seat or not. My car was sitting at that gas pump. There's some of these witches, the head witches be the white people. The middle witches and warlocks be the foot soldiers, the gang stalkers. The handlers be the heads. The foot soldiers be the gang stalkers and stuff, and the perps. You gotta understand this fact, man. I ain't lying. You gotta be on your P's and Q's, and you gotta get out of these strongholds, man. That lady ain't telling me that they trying to stronghold me for nothing. She was a black woman, stranger, didn't even know her. I'm minding my business. She said they trying to stronghold you. And I was shocked, and I had to look backwards look backwards. And then when I turned back around, she was gone. She had on gloves too. She made sure ain't nobody gonna do no fingerprints or nothing. She had on platinum plastic work gloves. And I was in the library. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, man, it's some wicked, evil shit going around. It's some covert shit going around, and some of these people be trying to. Some situations be made to take you out of here and make it look like, you OD'd, you know what I'm saying, on something. You was a drug addict, or you was popping prescription drugs, and they following you around thinking you taking somebody else's medicine and all the while you ain't doing shit. They're drinking water, sodas, teas, juices, and coffee. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to let y'all know this. And see, a lot of targeted individuals have been speaking their truth or their stories, and then you find out later that they something happened to them. So you don't think I'm finna be speaking my truth about this weird shit and this weird energy I be experiencing? It's people, it's people out here trying to take people out for money, doing blood sacrifices and shit, sacrificing people to the devil. And some of the noises and the shit you hear in the roof could be some dark conjured up demon. This is all alleged now. This is alleged, this part. But the beginning of this message, this video is true. It's a real true story. The lady name is Dana. She went over to Haiti and she joined a witch's coven, a secret witch's coven. And they was doing an initiation ritual on her. And she was unalived, allegedly, or she died from the heart attack that they said she died from. But her son don't believe any of it. Okay? So y'all better pay attention to what's going on out here. There's some real wicked shit going on, and there's a lot of stuff benefiting people. These people ain't doing these rituals. It's a financial benefit because of these rituals. These coven witches and warlocks are benefiting off of blood sacrifices. Okay? So you got to be on your P's and Q's with these stories I'll be sharing with you. But I'll be telling you my real experiences about what I experienced. Okay? That last video I just did, disclaimer, is not intended to harm. It's about, I'm speaking my truth. I'm being video camera, so I can't be in here lying. It's a head witch. She might be white, and she trying to make it seem like she want me to die from overdose or something, but I don't do drugs. So it's hard for you to overdose on drugs if you don't do drugs. They have to put it in your system. They have to poison you. And these witches and warlocks are real swifty and meticulous about spell work. And spell work is a lot of poison, medicine. They use medicine, they use herbs, they use concoctions. They'll let stuff ferment and ferment and ferment. That'll cause somebody to get sick, and then they'll pour it in their drink. I've seen this shit. I'm telling you, if a camera is sitting in front is monitoring me 24 hours a day, and someone when I wasn't around, poured something in my seat and I sat in it, and I know something was in the refrigerator fermenting and fermenting and fermenting with leaves in it, that ain't no concoction to heal or to detox. Now that's some concoction to make somebody sick. Fermenting and fermenting. I'm going to keep sharing these stories. You can't call yourself a spiritual intuitive investigator if you ain't doing no investigations. There's some high level crimes. But that energy be edited out. I'm telling you, you got to watch some energies that be in and out, and leaving the door open and leaving the door unlocked. Now they trying to open the doorway for the devil to come in and take you out of here, y'all, and make it seem like you died of natural causes or you died of an overdose. They're trying to put that shit in place, but it ain't working because I'm staying alert. If I have to stay up all night, I stay up all night till I have to fall asleep. But if they monitoring you on camera, they see when you falling asleep to the time you get up. They know when to come in and F with you. You need a body camera that records 24 hours a day, and it's going to a cloud where somebody else have access to it. So if anything happened to you, you monitoring yourself 24 hours a day. I can't wait till I can financially afford a body camera. If you want to help me out, guys, Cashapp Bronze7777. Help me out. Cash out me a little help to help me with my legal fund too. Help me get out of this stronghold, this living environment, because this is not healthy at all. I feel like I'm being set up. I feel like I'm being set up. And I say this stuff to my witness all the time. And I say it in front of the cameras inside the house. I ain't scared to speak my truth, y'all. Y'all know that. I'll speak my truth in front of the people that I believe trying to do me harm. I think it's some type of financial benefit to get rid of me so they can get some funds. Somebody, I don't know who it is. Like I said, it could, the people I'm talking about could be inside the house, outside the house, somewhere around in this area, or they traveling here and they watching and monitoring me and stalking me at these stores. I don't know if it's for my personal injury case, or I don't know if it's something, a different situation that they're trying to take me out of here. And I hope the judge is listening. I hope the good judge is listening. I hope there's two good judges. But if it's one good judge and one bad judge, I want the good judge to understand where I'm coming from. I want the jury to know. This ain't right. I've been stalked for a very long time. I've been gang stalked and I've been documented it. I think it's an evil white witch and an evil black witch. And I think they don't have to be in the medical field. They might be. I don't know. See, it's the things you don't know, but you have. God is giving you discernment. Try to figure it out because of these mysteries. That's why you ain't defaming nobody. You speaking your truth and what you experience and what you observing and what you feeling energetically and what you know, because you know things like this happen in the real world. They stalking elderly people. They stalking veterans. They even poisoning veterans, picking them up, taking them somewhere, dropping them off, and then making them find their way home, y'all. Listen to the last video I did yesterday. Somebody came on there and said, hey, do they know about color codes and how to read tag numbers and stuff like that? Because that's important. All my people know. All my people should know about this by now because they listen to my videos. You better stay on your P's and Q's, and especially if you've been in a personal injury accident. That's how they get you. Because some of these people work in the medical field. Some of these people work at the insurance adjuster's office. Some of these people work at the law firms, and they telling these people. And then they tell these people, hey, this person right here, watch her, she in a lawsuit. How you know I'm in a lawsuit? You been listening? Yeah, you listening on them listening devices. Those overt cameras, overt listening devices, and secret wires and all that stuff. Yeah, secret cameras. Stay focused out here, chosen ones. This ain't no joke, man. I don't play no games when it comes to my life. I don't play no games when people losing their lives and somebody out here stabbing people up, poisoning the person they set up to make it seem, like that person did it all the while. That group did it. That secret cult did it. These people want money. They be unaliving people for $2, $10. It don't make no sense. They be paying these people. They be paying these perps $800, $8,000. But it's cameras telling on the people. They fucking stupid talking around cameras, knowing they being recorded about the plots they doing. That's some sloppy work. That's some sloppy witchcraft. Ooh, that's some sloppy witchcraft. Ooh. Lord, help us, Lord. Help us, Lord. Help protect us, Lord. Because these are some demonic individuals, and everybody looking for a payout. Everybody trying to look for a payout, but they can't get it. They ain't gonna get it. I feel like going to the court and filing a motion to drop this case. Because this insurance company will put me in a real danger. But I ain't gonna drop it though. I can't. I come too far to turn back now, y'all. I can't do it. But there's some real evil witchcraft going on. And that shit says they be saying sometimes law be involved in witchcraft. Legal cases be involved in a lot of witchcraft and murder for hires and stuff. And hitmans. You remember I used to tell y'all about that? I was talking about hitmans and stuff way before I even lived in this area. Way before I was put in this area. Because I didn't even know where I was going. We got picked up and brought to this location. I didn't know where I was. Like, I didn't know this area was, like this. I didn't know I was going to be perked a lot like this over here. But these people were watching me way before that. Somebody was watching me way before that, y'all. That's why it's got to be these companies doing this stuff. It's got to be something about it's somebody in law, insurance, and companies and corporations. You got to be very careful about them. What spooked me is because I do my research. I looked up how many cases they had, how many cases this company had. And they had a case that a woman got injured at the gas pump and lost her life. Okay. Somehow the gas pump, she got trapped in and the gas pump exploded and stuff like that. I don't know if it was an accident or something happened and she lost her life, but the family was fighting for the settlement funds, millions of dollars. And the company's lawyer, a legal team, this is in the news, y'all. This is in the news. I ain't lying. I don't make up shit. I can't make up shit. I come too far to be making up stuff. And they was trying to keep her family, her children and husband maybe, from getting the money. So they were lying on paper. So this is a usual and customary thing that this company and their law firm and law teams that they hire do. They be lying. And even the judge knows they lied. This is a spiritual, intuitive message, but it's a true story. And it's a lot of connections with my story because allegedly my opposers lied somehow on a piece of paper. I gotta read more of the documentation. If I'm lying, I'm flying in this wheelchair. And evidently I ain't flying in this wheelchair. I ain't lying. It's somehow they lied on a piece of paper. I don't know what it was, but I got to go back and read because now I don't have no legal representation. So I got to go read and read and read. They lied on a piece of paper. And one thing about it, when they lie on a piece of paper, it's in the court system scan. I just got to figure it out. But I'm going to get off of here. You got to speak your truth, targeted individuals. You can't let them get away with unaliving you. You can't let them get away with injuring you. You can't let them get away with putting you through psychological warfare, psychological experiments. You can't let them get away. You can't let them be entrapping you in these situations and get away with it. Even if you may have hurt somebody's feelings because you're speaking up the truth, but their feelings shouldn't be hurt if they know what you're saying is your story and is your facts and is your truth, because they have the camera. They have control of the camera. Okay? They know how to rewind that camera. They can listen on them cameras. They know somebody pushed that camera down. And I mentioned it to them. And it wasn't me pushing it down. Only thing you see me do is push it back up. But I told you right away. So you everything that I've been saying, I have been open with my concerns. So you should never feel like I'm coming to attack you or defame you. I'm not. You put the cameras up and you're recording 24/7. So anything that I'm talking about is the truth. If you don't like the truth that I'm speaking on my channel, just don't watch my channel. That's the only thing I could say, because I'm not watching nobody's channel. I'm not watching nobody's channel that's connected to me. I don't care what y'all saying. I don't care how y'all defaming me out in this county. I don't care how y'all defaming me out in this community. I'm speaking my truth. And I know I pay attention to patterns. I pay attention to spiritual signs. I pay attention to spiritual energy. And I am a seer. And I'm going to stay spiritually seeing, spiritually hearing, spiritually knowing, and spiritually speaking the truth. And that's just what it is. And it may make people not like me in this county or community. I don't really care. It may make people not like me in my hometown. I don't really care, but I can show up in my hometown anytime I want to. Okay? And still walk with my head up. I walk with my head up every day in this county, this place, with them stalking me, harassing me, defaming my character, defaming me because of stuff that they hear on the cameras on the inside of this house from the gossip. So once you show your hand and you let me know it's coming from this area, this home, I have the right to speak my truth and my justice. And I'm going to keep speaking up, because this ain't right. And I know what witchcraft, I know what energy do. It's demonic. It's demon time. It's demon time. And I'm going to stand my ground. And nobody better not put their hands on me, because I ain't doing nothing to nobody. I ain't threatening nobody. I ain't being aggressive to nobody. But they came in here to make me look like I was aggressive, y'all. That's what it was. They had to bring this aggressive energy, dark energy in here to unnerve me and to make me get in my feelings, or, you know what I'm saying, speak up, to make it look like I was being the aggressor. But I was here before any of them was here. I was trapped in this situation unbeknownst to me and my mom. So I'm going to keep speaking up. And that's just what it is. The insurance company and this corporation, this gas station, and their lawyers put me in a dangerous situation for not giving me closure and not reconciling this at a reasonable resolution. Falling in what I fell in anyway is over $1 million. Not even looking at the injury that it caused me. Falling in liquid that I fell in, y'all, is worth over $1 million. Share that with people, because they need to know this, and maybe the jury will understand. Anytime somebody falls like that type of liquid is over $1 million. Now, I ain't saying I'm getting $1 million. People ain't trying to give me $10. But I'm just trying to tell you, not even considering the back injury, the fractured arm, the busted shoulder, the injury to my elbow, the injury to my right hip and leg, the humiliation is over $1 million. Over $1 million. And that's why they putting all these simulations, putting me through all this demonic shit setups and all this stuff, and trying to use trying to make it seem like I'm addicted to some kind of substance, and I'm not addicted to anything. Only thing I do is sit here in this wheelchair, drink me some coffee, water, tea, soda, ice, smoke my cigarettes because I'm stressed the hell out. Need me some pain medicine, but don't want to take pain medicine because it'll mess up my organs. I'm very careful about what I put in my body too. I'm talking about my food and drink, because I know they love to poison people with food and drink. They'll even poison your cigarettes, y'all. These handlers, they'll go to the store, know you finna go, because they hearing you going to go get some cigarettes. They'll go, they had their old tampered cigarette packs. Don't look like it's been open or nothing, but they make sure you get the stale cigarettes, or the cigarettes that got the poison in it. That's just my intuitive thought. I don't know if that's true or not. It's just a general message. Okay, I'm not accusing nobody of anything, but sometimes I feel that way because I have to go back to the store and say, hey, these cigarettes don't taste right. I had to call up the cigarette company like, damn, I went to another store and they already be there before I get there, because they know it take time for me to get there. They already are waiting. They already heard where I'm going. They done paid a little bribe to a cashier or something, and now they up there giving me still the cigarettes that the handler done gave them. Oh yeah, the witches and the warlocks. That's why you see them coming up towards you. You all in the store, a normal day. Here comes somebody that looks like they work for these people. Work in insurance, work in medical, work in this. And you be like, why are they coming up on me? Why are these people watching me? Why are they too focused on me? I'm just buying my groceries and getting the hell out of here. Why y'all too focused on me? Ear hustling and then direct the conversation and stuff. Yeah, I'm on to you. I'm on to you. Then somebody put a damn ice bag on the outside of the door before I come out of the convenience store, hoping I slip and fall while the man across the street on his phone probably recording. This is the shit that I be talking about, y'all. This is a bunch of witchcraft.